Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa and this is my channel about stitching. Hope everybody's having a great day. Today is January, I want to say 17th, and it is a very snowy day here in Ohio. We had about a foot of snow, I would say, probably. I don't know, I haven't gone outside of the house and I've just been kind of looking at looking through the door just to see, how it is. And Larry shoveled out at like 6 this morning, and I feel like we've already gotten like maybe 4 inches more. But some of that could be drifting. I don't know. But anyway, it's a winter wonderland around here. um, Even to the point where the restaurant where I worked closed for the weather. So, which I think has only happened maybe 2 or 3 times since I've been there in 14 years. So anyway, we had some significant snow. I knew I was going to be off today anyway because Mondays are my day off, and so I didn't have a care in the world about the fact that there was snow coming, and and I knew nothing bothered Larry because he's from Michigan, and so he doesn't get too worked up about the weather. So we just kind of were just going through our day, and then when we woke up this morning, it was like, oh man, yeah, it did snow. So anyway, he only anticipated working a couple hours cleaning the yard and stuff there in the parking lots, and then probably coming home because he didn't think they would work today. But he hasn't come home yet, and it's about 2 o'clock here, so looks like he's going to be working today. So I thought I would just hurry and jump on here and do a video and see if I could try to keep the momentum. I did a couple videos in 1 week a couple weeks ago, and I thought, ooh, I'm just going to be able to keep up the momentum, but then I didn't. So anyway, but it's just been a couple of weeks, so I wanted to hurry and get on here before time got away from me. I've been trying to work and focus on a couple Christmas pieces. That was my goal for January, and I'm happy to say that I did meet those goals. So I have a couple finishes today. I have a couple new things to share with you. I had a Christmas Day start and a New Year start, so I thought I would share those with you. I got a little bit of haul and a little bit of thrift store finds, and just some normal whips that I've been working on. I had some marching orders, so which reminds me, I have to go grab that because I did work on that. Oh, it's here. We're good. And someone else had told me that I needed to finish a couple of things. They said just keep working on it and see, how you do. See if you can, get quite a bit done. And thankfully, through that motivation, I was able to get Noel sampler done. So I'm excited. So let's get going. Quit talking about what I'm going to talk about. Hope everybody is finding some stitching time somewhere in the blahness of January. I found the last week I've been getting up early and trying to stitch before work, which usually gets me in a better mood and a better frame of mind for work. And then I've been staying up a little bit later stitching, so I've got a little bit to share. Hot dog. Okay, so I guess we'll start with one of my finishes. My goal for January was to work on a few of the Christmas things that I had in mind for next year. Some of my displays and things have been up, like for instance, like what's on my dining room table. I've tweaked it just a tiny bit, but it's pretty much what's been up there for 2 years. And I thought, no, you've got way too much junk around here to do the same thing for 2 years. So I decided I wanted to work on Kringle and Woolard by Plum Street Samplers. And this is one that I'd like to frame, and I want to put it on my dining room table. So I was able to get him finished last night. Very happy with how it turned out. I think it's pretty much the equivalent of like a 32 count probably. And it's mystery linen. And I'm pretty sure I just kind of picked my own colors. So, but I do think I used the fancy floss, but unfortunately I can't remember what one it was. I feel like it might have been baked apple. And I still have a little bit left that I could possibly do behind the sheep's ear if I figure out what color it was. But I'm not real worried if I don't. We'll just make him look like he's got a little bit more of a figure. Anyhow, so that's one finish. I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to be on the hunt to find a frame to put it in, to put on my dining room table. And then my hope is to do a table runner of some sort, something different. And so I might jump back and forth from finishes to haul to plan, just so that you can kind of see how they all coordinate or what my thought process is. But I just did, I went to Joann Fabrics to get a little thing of paint because a girl at work was going to be doing a little sign for me to go on my floss display. And so, anyway, I just wanted to run in there and get that. I had told myself I didn't need anything at the thrift store because I have way too many things that I haven't even begun to use. And I thought, I don't need anything else. Save the blessings for somebody else who's actually going to get to them, and just whatever. Just go to Joann's, get the paint you need, and then get home and get busy on something. So, but while I'm in Joann's, I ran across a book that I had looked at quite a few times, and it went in my cart. A lot of things went in my cart. So, but anyway, on my table underneath Kringle and Woolard, I thought it would be pretty to do one of these table runners, but do them in traditional red and green. So I thought one could go on the dining room table and the other one could go right next to it on the dog treat cabinet, because that has been pretty much, the same display there too. So I thought, well, let's just jazz it up. And then I would love to do blues for like a winter one to go afterwards, because I love the color scheme of this, but I feel like I want to do the traditional red and green. So anyway, so that was one of my new purchases. It has a ton of beautiful quilts in it, and I really, really want to start getting on the bandwagon here and get going on some quilts. So, and in that spirit, I wanted to do a new quilt that would go behind my dining room table. Many people have commented about it. It's one that you'll see behind my dining room table for the last maybe 4 or 5, could be longer. I very seldomly change this quilt out because I love it, but I'm a quilter, and so I need to change it up a little bit. So I thought it would be pretty to do a new wall hanging for behind the quilt. That's behind my dining room table. So that's one of my other goals. Hopefully, for the remainder of January, I'm hoping maybe on the weekends to try to work a little bit on it. But I've picked out the pattern, and I picked out some of my fabrics, so I'm kind of excited about that too. One of the patterns that I've narrowed it down to is Tall Pines by Lori Holt. It's one of her Stitch from Stash, scrappy kind of quilts that she's done a tutorial on her channel. And so I've often thought it was pretty. And the one that's at the very beginning of the video is all in greens. And so that's what my plan is. So the other day, and I say the other day, but it was probably a couple of weeks ago now. Time is going quickly. I went through my stash and I found some different greens that I had. These were actually all gifted to me from a lady who used to do a lot of sewing and she stopped. So anyway, but they're just beautiful greens. And so then I found a brown that I thought could be used for the trunk. And then I even think that this would probably be enough green for the border. So I have a bolt of like kind of a creamy colored fabric that I'm going to do for the background. I think it'll all be the same background instead of scrappy. So anyway, I'm all set. And my whole plan was even to work on it yesterday. And I couldn't seem to get my butt off the couch yesterday. I don't know what that sickness is, but I've been getting it quite a bit. But at least I did do stitching yesterday, so I did accomplish a little bit. But it's crazy. I look around my house and I still have all of my Christmas up. And I think this is probably the longest I've ever gone, leaving all the decorations up. But I wanted to keep the momentum for next Christmas moving along, and I had a feeling that if I put stuff away, that I would just put my Christmas stuff away too. So I don't want to do that. So anyhow, so that's my dining room plans for next Christmas, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I've already got the cross stitch for the table done. I can hurry and do some table runners. I think it's a doable thing. So now, in my stitchy area, I've had the same situation. I've had the little cabin at Winterberry. No, that's not how it is. Winter. Shucks, I can't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, I've had the same cross stitch sitting there on my stitchy area, and I love it. I love the whole display. I've got little Santas sitting around it. Beautiful. But like I said, 2 years or more of the same thing. So I thought, all right, I have Noel's sampler in process. It was probably more than halfway done. Maybe halfway, I don't know. And so I decided to use that as my focus. So right around Christmas time, and then a little bit after Christmas, I decided, the week after Christmas, I had 5 days off. And so whenever I stitched, with the prompting of a friend, I pulled out this one and worked on it. And I'm not usually a monogamous stitcher, but it was fun to really get the ball moving and get it done. So anyway, we've got it all finished. I was having a hard time getting a white that would show up, but I ended up using DMC satin white. And so I'm happy with the way it's showing up. And I just used whatever colors. I mean, they're pretty much close to the representation of what she had, except in a few things I changed. I put a little bit more of a tealy bluish gray colors for some of those things that I considered kind of snowflakey type things. But anyway, I'm happy with how it turned out. So my plan is to frame it and have it sitting on my stitchy table with just a few little things in front of it. So I need to find a frame for that one now. But I'm happy to have that checked off. So now I have 2 finishes so far this year. And then behind my stitchy table, I have a quilt on a ladder now, and I usually always change it out, but I got this pattern I don't know, a couple months ago maybe, when I was down at a quilt store down in Berlin, and so anyway, or Millersburg. So this one is another one that I'm thinking about trying to do. There's quite a few things that I want to revamp for this whole year, really. I haven't really been doing any quilting. I've really spent all my time on cross stitch, which, believe me, is probably my favorite of all of my hobbies. But I need more than just cross stitch in my house. I want to have the pretty quilts. I want to have I want to be able to send cards out. I need to just get all of my crafting going. So that's the plan. And I haven't really done much of a plan for a rotation, other than I've had 2 marching orders. One, I definitely need to finish summer at Hollyberry Farm, which I've decided is going to be my Wednesday stitch, hopefully until I get it done. My goal is to have it done by July, and I feel like I could definitely get it done a lot sooner than that. So that's going to be, Wednesdays are my day off, and I know I can usually have some clump of time to stitch, whether it be during the day or at night. And so I pulled this out last Wednesday, and shoot, there's a crease right where I worked. But I did a little bit above the porch roof, and then I did the windows on this side of the porch, and I filled in around the house color around the windows on both sides of the porch. So I feel like there was a significant amount of stitching just last Wednesday. So I know this is doable. I just gotta keep plugging away at it. So this is going to be my Wednesday stitch, and I thank Nancy for motivating me and giving me some marching orders, because sometimes that's just all you need, is just somebody to come alongside you and say, hey, don't forget, I know you can do it, da da da. So she is stitching on a Shepherd Song by Plum Street Samplers. So we're going to try to stitch on this on Mondays. She was hoping that, stitching together would kind of motivate her. And I don't know whether she's stitching a lot of different things, or if she's a monogamous stitcher. I'm not sure. But she's going to follow along with me on Mondays, along with Sharon from Magnolia Nana. I watch her floss tube, and she has this, so she said that would help her also. So she's going to try to work on it on Mondays too. And we don't have a hashtag or anything. I haven't really gotten that far in the whole process. I've just been trying to stay busy and stay stitching. So on my last time I showed it, I had just got the border to about here, from this corner to the middle basically, and I had done the words. So I picked up on the border, and look at that cute bird. The colors in the pattern, he's just supposed to be like a pink color bird, but I needed it to be a blue bird. So anyway, so I was able to go down, and this is the end of the border on this side here. That's the last motif. So I can start the grass, I can move over towards where the house is, and but anyway, I'm just loving this. That tree is just so sweet. Anyway, I am totally loving this. It's just my own color scheme. I wanted it to be a little bit more of a reddish color flower than more of a pink colored flower. And the jury is still out on what color house I'm going to do. I'm kind of leaning towards doing a black house, but I don't know. A black house, I don't know. But there's something about that just makes me happy, so I probably should stick with a black house. But anyway, I'm excited to get some progress on that one. Okay, so, and then I did a whip parade the last video, and I found a couple whips that I didn't have in the basket. They were just here in the sewing room. So this one is by Hewitt Hill Samplers, I think. Anyway, it's almost done. I just have to do a bird here on the fence and a little dog under the flagpole. So that won't take long to finish. And then I also found Liberty Hill Farms by Silver Creek Samplers. And so I'm pretty close on this one too. So, but that one hadn't made it into my whip parade. And so I wanted to share those real quick. And then there was one more, but I think I've shared that one enough. I didn't share the Miss Baxter's house in my whip parade because it was in my current whip situation, and I didn't want to share my Noel sampler and Kringle and Woolard because I was going to be showing them here in the next couple of days. So anyway, okay, so I did have a couple new starts. I started the Wool and Flax Company by Plum Street. And I actually bought nice linen. I went to my LNS. I had a gift certificate. And so I bought 3 charts, and I bought a big enough piece of fabric that I could do all 3 of them on. And wouldn't you know, I cut it out. Usually I would have just stitched on the big piece, but I thought, no, I'll cut them out and do it right. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I started super close to the edge. So I'll have to be careful when I go to get a frame. I won't have much margin, but that's okay. I think that's going to be one of my other goals, is to get a nice saw that I can cut frames down like Kim, the Contented Stitcher. Hi, Kim. How she does. She always motivates me. How she's just so free with her framing. She doesn't make it into something big and overwhelming like sometimes I do. It doesn't have to be the perfect frame. It's not even anything permanent. It's nothing for her to just swap things out, switch them around. She finds something she likes a little better. Anyway, so that's kind of the avenue I'd like to start going in. I wanted to get a little bit less, intense, and it doesn't have to be the perfect frame. Anyway, so, but I don't know what I was thinking when especially this one is just terrible. So part of me is even wondering if I should just rip out that barn and start over. Because, I mean, look how silly I centered it in the... I don't know. Oh. But I got quite a bit of that little barn done, so I hate to... We'll see. And, I mean, it's not like I need... I mean, I'm going to be the one framing it, so it's not like I need 3 inches around it. But maybe 3/4 of an inch would have been nice. So, I do actually have all on my new pieces that I've started. I've put them on floss rings, but I haven't even gotten to the actual ring part because I didn't want to get up and go into the sewing room and get it all together. But that's another thing that I want to try to work on, is to put the little bling on things that make me happy. I did get some happy mail from Barbara, who is on Instagram, and is so fun to watch her progress on all the stuff that she stitches. Anyway, she sent me some floss tags, and I don't think I've shared them in any video. So I didn't want to overlook that. So thank you. Okay. What else have we got around here? I do have a couple new pieces that I haven't started yet. One is another Plum Street. I feel like I'm really on the Paulette bandwagon here. I'm just doing everything Plum Street, which is okay with me. I've seen Lori and a bunch of people do this one, and I just think it's so pretty. So I went ahead and got enough of the fabric for the, like on the woolen Woolen Flax Company and those that I just shared, I got a big enough piece to do this one on. And so I have all my colors picked out that I want to use. And so I'm not sure when I'm going to start that. I don't really have any birthdays or anything coming up right away, so I don't know. I don't know when I'll start that. It might just be I need something new. I should start something since I finished 2 things, right? Then when I was on Instagram, this was announced that Plum Street had done an exclusive thing with Fox and Rabbit. And so they had offered the kit with the fabric. And so I didn't even hesitate. As Laura would say, I just hit shoom. And anyway, so it came to me the other day. So I was excited. It comes with, I believe, 36 count baked clay. So this will be the first time I've used Fox and Rabbit fabric. So I'm kind of excited. But I don't have any of the threads kitted up or anything. I will go with that same color palette for sure. But you know me, I like to pick my own blues and whatever. So we'll see. I don't have any of the threads for that yet. So, and then I ordered some fabric. I had gone to, if you've been here before, you know that I was planning on doing a bird quilt. Not in this colors, of course, but then when I got to looking at that pattern, it looked a little too complicated. So I came across another one that is called Feathers by the Pattern Basket. Such a pretty bird. And so I wanted to have a new quilt to go in my living room because, like, once again, I've had the same quilts hanging up there. I mean, I do rotate them out, but it's just always the same things every season. And so I was able to find, oh shucks, and I hope I can't. Just a second, let me find the name of this one. Okay, well that's embarrassing. I'm pretty sure this is French General fabric. No, is it Three Sisters? Oh, I had the tag right here. And I'm afraid that if I keep looking for it, my video is going to shut off and I'm going to have to restart. And I'm like a half hour in. So I will put it in the drop down description box. But anyway, I just loved these colors. Let me see how I can share it with you. So, anyway, it's just, oh, that's pretty good. It's a lot of blues with a little bit of cream, some pretty reds, some pinkish color reds. Anyway, I have seen someone do a version of this quilt in colors very close to this. It was a Three Sisters quilt called Victoria. The line was Victoria. And unfortunately, I can't find that anywhere. So this seemed like a pretty good second. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get the guts up to try this. I think I am going to just try just a random block before I cut into my pretty fabric here. But anyway, I'm real excited to try a new quilt. I just need to get my feet back into the process. I used to quilt a lot, and so I need to get back into it. Because why? Because I'm a quilter. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have to talk about? I did get some stuff at the thrift store that I was pretty excited about. Boy, isn't it a bummer when you get layer cakes, those little fuzzy things that get everywhere. Anyway, I found this. It is almost a yard, and it's kind of oh, it's not that crazy red. In person, it's not near as bright. But anyway, it's like a velvety crushed velour or something. I don't know exactly what it is. I got it at the thrift store for $2, but I thought, oh, wouldn't that make some pretty strawberries? So that's on the agenda. I have quite a few different shades of velvet that I thought would really make some really pretty strawberries. And then I found some ribbons, so just a second. Okay. Problem with trying to do a video is you have to find an area that's picked up enough to do a video in, and so sometimes you just throw stuff everywhere to get it out of your way. But anyway, so I had some different shades of red velvet, and then I had some green like this, but then I also thought I might just do a lighter shade of wool. But then I found this this ribbon at the thrift store too. It's that real pretty, oh, why can't I think of the word? You guys are probably all screaming it at me. But anyway, I thought, ooh, that might be pretty, and because it seems really limp and flimsy. I thought, oh, that might just flow real pretty. It might not work at all. We're not sure. But that's on one of my lists to do. I wanted to do some strawberries. And then I thought this was a great find. I found some little tart pans that appear to be brand new. There's 4 of them, and they were 50 cents. So I thought, oh, that would be pretty with some red samplers, like red sampler alphabet stitching type of deal. I thought that would be pretty. Then I found this little tray that definitely needs some cleaning, but it was 50 cents too. Has some really pretty punch work on the sides. But I thought, oh, that would make a cute little sewing tray. I thought if I could make like a little pin cushion to go in it, and then something to hold your scissors and things in. Anyway, I have all these plans. I find all these cute little tchotchke things and think, oh, that would make something cute. But then half the time I never do it. But I've decided there's a cabinet that used to be my mom's that's in the bathroom over here in the laundry room. And it has all these little shelves and a cute little door. So that's my plan, is I'm putting all of these cute little things that I think would make a cute little finish. I'm going to put them on the shelves in there. So I don't have to go to the basement and look around for things that I'll probably forget I even have. I will have them all in a little cabinet that I can hurry and pick something out and hurry and make it into a pin cushion or whatever. So I thought, well, that would be a way to be organized. So the same day that I was in Joann's, I found some of those bulb pins, but these are actually lanyard hooks, but they kind of reminded me of those same pins, only a little bit bigger. So I got them, and I was able to get some more charms. They had them on sale, so I got them. And then I wanted to do some scissor fobs that had bee themes on them. So, you know, the card that goes with it would have to have a bee theme, right? So I got a new set of rubber stamps that's a bee type of theme. And so then I was also at the thrift store. I have a ton of those, what are those things called? Anyway, eyelets. I think they're eyelets. Anyway, I have a ton of those, a lot that were gifted to me, and I can use them as long as I'm right at the edge of the card. But to go in further in the card, I've never had one of these little deals that it's called a crocodile. But anyway, you can go further into your paper and make the holes that you need to make. So I was able to find that. It's normally like a $30, $40 item. I was able to find one at the thrift store for $10 the other day. So I was excited about that. So, but that pretty much sums up my massive amount of haul that I've gotten lately. Um, I was just, you get your Christmas bonus or whatever, and you think, oh, happy birthday to me, or oh, Merry Christmas to me. So uh, now I need to just simmer down and get busy and start uh, getting some of these things done. But I'm glad that I have a little bit of a rotation. I'm glad that I have some loose goals, and I'm glad that I'm actually able to make a couple of them happen already in July. And so maybe, just maybe, this might be a great year, and I can accomplish at least half of the things that I think about. So anyway, I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate all the nice comments that people leave. I had gotten behind a few videos back, and it's so funny, the things that you think about. It's like sometimes, like, I would read a comment, but it had only been like 10 minutes or whatever since the person had made the comment, and I would think to myself, oh, well, I'll have to come back later and make a comment because I don't want them to think that I'm a stalker and that I'm just waiting for somebody to comment on my channel. And then so I could have just made a comment, responded, and moved on. But no, I had to feel like I had to, act like something I'm not. And so now, whenever I read a comment, I'm going to try to, if I can answer it right away. If it has a question that I have to go back and look up, that's something different. But if it's just something that I need to say, thanks for taking the time to stop by or whatever, I'm going to try to do it right away. And so I don't spend so much time, because there was times where I would wait and wait and wait, and then I would have to spend an hour or two just answering comments. And I don't want to spend so much time on my phone that I can't get the real stuff done. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I just do it in little tiny increments as soon as I read them, and now, so I've been trying to do that, but there is a little bit of videos that I didn't comment to, and I apologize. So if you get an answer like 3 weeks late and think, what in the world? I'm trying to get caught up, but I do appreciate everybody that leaves comments and stops by and encourages me and sends me pictures of what they're working on. And it's just a great community we have. And I don't know what the last few years would have been like had it not been for all the people that I have met through this channel and through FlossTube. So I just pray that you're all doing well and that you just are able to keep your spirits up. I know a lot of people go through depression and things like that at this time of year. I am thankful that God has blessed me with so many things that I love to do, that I know that if I start to get down or sad or whatever, I know all I have to do is go grab a quilt book, look at it, and feel happy. And I just pray that you will find something in your life that will do the same for you. I know God has geared us that way, and I just pray that you'll find the thing that makes you happy. And whenever you start to feel that creeping in, you're able to go stitch or make some cards for someone or quilt, or just look at the magazines and the books that we have all over the place and just be able to snap yourself out of it and know that there is so much good going on. So just be part of the good and try to cheer people on whenever you have the chance. And I will try to do the same. And I hope everyone can get a lot done. Hopefully you're finding something to organize. Christy from Daisy K Primitives has been trying to spur me on as far as organizing. We've been trying to hold each other up and encourage each other to organize. and she got her room done. I didn't get my room finished, so I should go get busy. But yeah, there's so much. There's just so much to be thankful for, and so much that we just need to be happy. And that's my goal, is not to let any of this sad, gloomy, oh, I'm stuck in the house things happen. I love being stuck in the house. So let's quilt, let's do some fun things. And if you want to share it with me, I am Lisa Abby 9137 on Instagram. It's very easy to share pictures that way. Or my email is lisaabby1585@gmail.com, and I will try to, I'm awful about putting things in the description box, but I will try to remember to do that. And if you want to share some pictures with me, or if you want to join us and anybody has time to look for a cool hashtag for Shepherd Song, or any of the projects that I'm working on, and you think we should do a hashtag or something, send me an idea and we'll all keep each other going. Hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.